Hello and welcome to another Gardeners Wilt-Shire video. I'm your host Luke and this is another hobby vlog slash scenery tutorial. So I haven't done anything for a while, mainly because I've been busy with my personal trainer course and also sort of touching up my Rivendell Knights for an upcoming tournament. So I'm not really going to do a hobby vlog for those because you've seen how they've been painted. It's just literally touching them up so they're tabletop worthy again. But this time, as you see, I've got some plans here, and this time I'm going to be building a bridge. So my last sort of tutorial would have been on the board I made, so if you haven't seen that, go check it out. Very easy to do, and hopefully this will be as well. So I've already made some ruins following sort of the tutorial Derry did on his video. So a similar sort of style, just a little bit different, some more rubble and sort of a city scene. So to go alongside these, I'm building a bridge. So if you'd see my board, there is sort of crossroads and highways and whatever where a bridge can go over. So I'm going to build one of these to create the more sort of three-dimensional game for hopefully an upcoming battle report. So as we can see here, we have different sort of panels that I've made with just sort of a rough design and the measurements required. So this bit is obviously going to be sort of the staircase. It's going up 12.5 centimeters, so I think that's going to be high enough to allow sort of cars to go underneath, other models and things like that, and hopefully it looks to scale as well. This bit is just sort of the support. This long bit is the actual bridge platform. These two will be the bridge sort of railings. I'm not really sure what design to do. I'll probably put them together and then sort of decide. And then on my next page, we have, these are going to be the steps going up. So obviously you've got one that comes all the way out, one that comes in a little bit less, so 7.5 centimeters compared to 10, then 5, and then 2.5. So hopefully it will create the staircase for this piece. Now I was going to try and create sort of, these are just the bits that go across, so it's a bit difficult to show you, but if I get my pencil here, so these steps will be coming along here. So this will be the bottom one. Then the next one will come out to here, next one to here, next one to there, sort of thing. Something like that. I'm not sure whether to do the bits that fill in the gaps or just to keep it simple and like that, but with these it will create extra support. So I'm not sure yet. I'll see it as I go. So the next stage now is to dig into my foam drawer. Girlfriend was getting annoyed with it all sticking out, so I've got to put it all away, and now it's just to dig out the relevant pieces, cut them out, and I'll probably come back when I've actually put it all together. So I'll be back then. And the bridge is assembled. So in the last clip you would have seen the sort of designs I had for all the panels, just over here. I'll show you my original design, and it's pretty much the same, to be fair, so I'm very happy with that. It wasn't too much work. The hardest bit was obviously getting these stairs, because they are sort of just free hanging, so it was a case of pinning them and letting the glue dry. Other than that, it was pretty straightforward. I built these sort of stair platforms first, so this panel, and the bottom panel here, same on this one, just to create the sort of shape. And then I added the stairs and then just created the sort of the walkway, placed that on top. Easy as, really. The hardest bit was pretty much designing it and getting all the measurements right, to be honest, because this gap here fits perfectly over the roads I created on my board, which I'm very happy about. I think the next step now going forward is to create some sort of battle damage. Some of it already has sort of bits chipped away. That was completely by accident, so I'm just going to roll with it. I think all little bits and pieces need to be sort of chipped away. So I show you my ruins, it's going to look something like that. So just little bits sort of blasted away or something like that, and then just the rubble. Probably do a little bit of rubble down the walkway, maybe a little bit on the stairs. Take some out of the actual structure, maybe a hole or two, not sure. But yeah, and completely by accident, doesn't really make any difference to the game, but my 2-story ruins here and the level of the platform on the bridge are exactly the same. I think it's probably a couple millimeters off actually, but completely by accident I created a sort of second level exactly the same, which is very, very cool. So yeah, battle damage next, and then getting the paint on. I'll probably come back when it's completely finished, to tell you the truth. I'm not going to bother showing you where I've sort of taken bits away. Actually, tell a lie, I will, because I'm going to create some sort of handrails with lollipop sticks. So not going to be completely perfect, but something like that, just on the edges like that. So yeah, I'll come back when the handrails are done and the battle damage is done as well. So see you then. And coming back in now to show you a little bit more sort of detailing of them. So obviously you can see the sort of handrails have been put on, just using sort of some lollipop sticks I had lying around, and just literally cutting them to length and sticking them on the barrier sort of thing. I tried to do it so that where they join are all on the same length, but obviously on this bit halfway through there's no thing because it's been taken away. On this side I've tried to do it as well, so hopefully it'll look alright once it's painted. As you can see as well, I started to put some paint on. The trouble I found is that it does require sort of a good 3 layers of paint on this foam just to get rid of the purple tint in the background. You can just sort of see it. I think that's 2 coats now. You can still sort of see it. So hopefully once it's painted, still a few gaps in that, but I'm just got started really. But hopefully once all the paint is on, you won't be able to notice it, like with my ruins up there. So yeah, I didn't want to put too much sort of damage on. Just literally carved a few holes out, chipped away some of the edges. I don't want to put too much on, just so it's not too busy. I did think about putting a hole in the walkway, but I think it'll do for now. This is literally just sort of quick and easy, minimum sort of effort, just to show you guys how easy it can be. So the next step now is to fully paint it. So I'll come back once it is completely finished and I'll show you what it looks like on the board. So now we can see the bridge is finished and it's on the board. And looking at everything else on it so far, it just creates a little bit more sort of a multi-dimensional line of sight blockers, etc, etc. I'd apologise for the lighting, it's not great, but it's a typical wet, horrible English morning. But yeah, there's the bridge. You've got Black Widow and Drax just up on there fighting it out. We've got the handrails painted in, just similar stuff to my ruins. So it's literally dark grey, light grey, and a dark brown really. Didn't want to go into too much detail, just because this is just a tutorial of how quick and easy creating terrain can be. So steps, as you can see, just wide enough for characters to step on at different heights. The heights of the walkways and the barriers. It's probably a little bit low, but then if you counter in Rocket, who's sat over it, he's still got to be able to see over it as well, which he just about does, which is good. And as I said before, it literally fits over the roads, so it can go across any of the roads I've got on my board. Yeah, and if you look at it like this, it does create the extra sort of another level and another sort of piece of scenery, really. So yeah, that's my bridge. Going forward, I'm not sure what to do. I'm planning on doing sort of another ruined building, maybe a 3-story one. So we've got a 2-story one over there, a 3-story one to go in the middle maybe, or on the edge over here. But yeah, that's the bridge. I hope you guys have been able to see how easy it has been. The hardest bit is literally the planning and the measuring it out and make sure everything fits together. Other than that, it is very, very straightforward. So I'll sign off here, I think. If you liked the video, make sure you comment, like, share and subscribe. Like our Facebook page, and I'll be back very, very, very soon.